अगर आप गेमिंग की बात करो तो ज़्यादातर लोग पबजी और फ्री फायर और बाकी सारे स्पोर्ट्स के बारे में सोचते हैं। लेकिन अगर आप पैसे की बात करो तो पैसे बनते हैं रियल मनी गेमिंग और फैंटेसी गेमिंग। हाल ही में एक रिपोर्ट ने बताया कि जो फैंटेसी गेमिंग मार्केट है वो 2025 तक 165,000 करोड़ रुपीस की मार्केट बन जाएगी। और ऑन एन एवरेज क्रिकेट गेमिंग लीग में ही हर दिन 130 मिलियन लोग जाकर के गेम्स खेलते हैं। आज हम एक ऐसे फाउंडर का इंटरव्यू करने वाले हैं जो कि इंडिया की सबसे बड़ी फैंटेसी गेमिंग प्लेटफॉर्म रन करते हैं और उन्होंने 28% जीएसटी लाने के बाद अपनी कंपनी को 6 महीने के अंदर अंदर प्रॉफिटेबल भी बना दिया। यहाँ मैं बात कर रहा हूँ पुनीत दुआ की, हु इज द को-फाउंडर एंड सीएमओ ऑफ स्पोर्ट्सबाजी, एक ऐसा प्लेटफॉर्म जो कि एक जमाने में फैंटेसी गेमिंग किया करता था। नाउ दे आर अ कंप्लीट फुल फ्लेजेड प्लेटफॉर्म जहां पे आप प्रेडिक्शन गेम्स खेल सकते हैं और आप टूर्नामेंट्स के टाइम पे वहां पे अपनी लीग्स भी बना सकते हैं। हमने उनके साथ उनकी इंडस्ट्री के बारे में, उनकी कंपनी के बारे में और उनकी टीम के बारे में बात की और थोड़ी बहुत प्रोडक्टिविटी के बारे में भी बात की। अगर आप स्पोर्ट्स गेमिंग में इंटरेस्टेड हैं और आप समझना चाहते हैं कि ये मार्केट कैसे काम करता है तो ये वीडियो पूरा एंड तक जरूर देखिएगा। मिलते हैं एंड में। तो Puneet, welcome first of all to the
Thank you, sir.
Builders Club podcast. Give us a little bit of an introduction about sports bazi in general. What does sports bazi do? What is it into? When did you guys start? What was the motivation?
So I'll start with my journey then, and I'll talk about that. दिल्ली में मैं पला बड़ा and schooling Delhi से किया. After that I pursued fashion. मैंने marketing में specialize किया in the fashion industry, and then I went on to do jobs in the fashion industry. I was working for Arvind Internet Limited. They were launching their e-commerce business. They were converting basically each store into a warehouse and functioning as a warehouse and an online supply chain management tool for the online product. So I was in the launch team working in Ahmedabad and Bangalore between the two offices of Arvind. And while that was happening, I met Saurabh and Navi, who were running Pokebazi for 4 years at that time. That was a 4-year-old product by then. And I was always interested in sports and poker and RMG overall. And I knew these guys because of I was an active user on Pokebazi, and I met these guys in 2016 and we were toiling with this idea of launching a sports centric platform in the RMG space. And then Saurabh and myself, we took off. Navi invested, Pokebazi Moonshine Technology invested in us, and we started off in 2017 as a fantasy sports platform. And from there on, the journey has been very interesting. Fantasy sports was really, growing at a massive run rate around that year. And the IPL was getting bigger and better every year. More teams coming in from 8 to 10 teams and more number of matches. Even cricket was spreading like a wildfire. Like now you can see, European countries also participating in tournaments. So the entire ecosystem sort of helped us shape our early years. And over the period of time, the last 6 years, we understood that, consistent innovation is going to be key for us to thrive in this environment. So that's what we've been doing. And that's pretty much it in terms of giving you a gist of how this started.
So technically you started off in fashion. वहां से आप e-commerce में घुसे, वहां से आपकी learning primarily performance marketing and इसके ऊपर ज्यादा then that became your core focus.
Yes, user experience like in e-commerce is very vital. I mean, repeat sales is what it is. Like, you spend a CAC of, depending on what you're selling, of course, if it's $100 CAC or $1,000 CAC, depending on, if you're a premium product, then you can have ₹1,000 CAC. If you're a mass product, you can have ₹100 CAC. But then repeat sales is what will make you profitable. So it's a lot about retention as well, right? I mean, in e-commerce for Arvind, it made sense to have, at least 2.5 to 2.8 frequency of selling to an individual user to actually break even if any inorganic spends were made to acquire that users. Of course, organic spends, there is branding only there. So you can't really evaluate what is the ROI there in black and white. But yeah, I mean, with fair assumptions, organic users will have a higher intent. So, there it's less of a worry. But when it comes to inorganic acquisitions, retention becomes very, very vital, that you complete number of purchases. For example, now in our case, I look at game days, a person having how many game days since the inception. Because if the person's only playing one game, of course, the person hasn't enjoyed the experience overall. That's what I'm going to have a fair assumption as.
So basically, your skill set of understanding how these transactions are happening and optimizing them is the core skill set which you brought onto the table when you joined, when your people who started focusing on sportsbazi?
Yeah, the first core skill I think was a user of the space, and that is what I expect from anyone I hire also, that they can empathize with the user. So I think that empathy with the user was the important element, and then of course the technical aspect of it in terms of performance marketing, retention, new user journeys and all definitely existed. But primary function for me to be in co-founder and having that position with the Bazi Games, and Ballebazi was our name when we started. We rebranded it to Sports Bazi recently, and that was, I think, the primary case for me that led to this.
So tell me, it's been how long that you people have been running sportsbazi?
6 years.
So then I think real money gaming और fantasy sports इन दोनों में थोड़ा deep जाता है.
Sure.
Real money gaming says fantasy sports is a subset of the real money game ecosystem, or is it?
मैं थोड़ा सा ब्रॉड जाता हूँ यहाँ पे। सबसे पहले गेमिंग की बात करते हैं। जैसे मेरा बचपन का सबसे पहला गेम जो मैंने डिजिटली खेला होगा वुड बी लेट्स से मारियो, कॉन्ट्रा। तब वो लिटिल मास्टर का ऐसे कंसोल्स आते थे। देन इवेंचुअली PS1 आया सोनी का, फिर एक्सबॉक्स आया, देन ऑफ कोर्स पीसी गेम्स लाइक काउंटर स्ट्राइक एग्जिस्टेड। और इसके अंदर भी रेवेन्यू स्ट्रीम्स अपार्ट फ्रॉम सेलिंग दो सीडीज एंड कंसोल्स से इन ऐप परचेजेस आए। यू कैन प्रोबेबली बाय आर्मर, you can probably get another life in the mode of an in-app purchase. Then there is another aspect of competitions. People participate today in esports competitions, and there's like a massive prize pool. And then RMG, real money gaming, is another area of gaming itself. Now within RMG there are various games as well. There are hyper casual games, something like a Ludo, which worked well when there was a lockdown, right? You could play with your friend, you could play with your partner, you could play with anyone in your friends, family, associates. Then there is fantasy sports, which is all games centered around sports. A lot of games centered around sports, what we are doing. And then there are these other skill games, which are like poker, rummy, right? Which are again serious games, and you keep getting better as you play. So there is hyper casual sports and other skill games like poker, rummy, etc.
80-20 अगर हम देखें, किसी भी इकोसिस्टम में 80-20 एग्जिस्ट करता है। सबसे ज्यादा रेवेन्यू या सबसे ज्यादा प्रॉफिटेबल इन सारे अलग अलग सेगमेंट्स में इन द स्पोर्ट्स इकोसिस्टम कौन सा वाला होगा?
देखिए, अब इसमें भी दो एस्पेक्ट्स हैं। एक है यूनिक्स का और एक है हाई आरपू, हाई इंटेलिजेंस गेम्स का। जैसे अगर मैं बात करूं लूडो की, लूडो में एक एक 2-2 रुपए वाले यूजर्स भी हैं जो खेलते हैं।
अच्छा, आरपू काफी कम, लेकिन वॉल्यूम बहुत ज्यादा है।
करेक्ट। एंड देन देयर इज फैंटेसी विच इज 40 से 50 से 60-70 रुपए, 80 रुपए, 100 रुपए टाइप्स। एंड देन देयर इज पोकर विच इज 500,000 रुपीज एंड अबव इट, एंड लाइकवाइज गोस फॉर रमी। सो इसमें एफर्ट इज टू आउटपुट का इम्पैक्ट भी है, क्योंकि लूडो के अंदर 5 से 6 मिनट का गेम है, तो जल्दी खेल के, और सबको बचपन से आता ही है, शायद उस वजह से एक फैक्टर है, इजी टू अडेप्ट। फैंटेसी स्पोर्ट्स में स्पोर्ट्स का कीड़ा होना चाहिए, सबके अंदर एक एक्सपर्ट होना चाहिए, आपको अपना नॉलेज होना चाहिए ग्राउंड का, प्लेयर्स का, टीम का, एनवायरमेंट का, फॉर्म का, राइट? दैट इज द स्किल सेट यू हैव टू कीप पोजेसिंग, बिकॉज एवरीथिंग इज इवॉल्विंग। कभी ईडन गार्डन्स 140 का पिच था, कभी ईडन गार्डन्स 180 का पिच हो गया। अगर इफ यू नॉट अप टू डेट यू विल सफर व्हेन यू प्ले, राइट? एंड लाइकवाइज पोकर और रमी के अंदर आपको नॉन स्टॉप एजुकेशन, न्यू स्ट्रैटेजी सीखना है, और आपको उस गेम के अंदर बैठ के खुद नॉन स्टॉप खेलना है, डिसीजंस लेने हैं। सो डिफरेंट गेम्स हैव डिफरेंट स्किल सेट्स, राइट? स्पोर्ट्स की पर्टिकुलरली बात करें तो देयर इज वन एलिमेंट ऑफ अ स्पोर्ट्स पर्सन, इफ यू प्लेड द गेम यू एक्वायर सम स्किल्स नेचुरली, राइट? सो देयर इज दैट एलिमेंट। एंड अगर मैं क्रिकेट और इंडिया की बात करूं तो वो एक अलग ही स्टोरी है। वहां पर मेरी दादी के साथ मैंने क्रिकेट देखना शुरू किया था। शी लव्ड वाचिंग टेस्ट मैचेस, वो पूरा 5 दिन देखती थी टेस्ट मैच, राइट? सो इट इवॉल्व्स फ्रॉम देयर फॉर मी। स्टार्टेड जब वो DD1 DD2 वाले टाइम पर हमने देखा है वो क्रिकेट। So there is that. She would also have some skill set if she probably was there today and was playing, and she could probably beat me with her years of experience of spectatorship, because it's about individuals there. So it's about effort is to output as well. मैं थोड़ा सा आपको यूजर्स के बारे में बताता हूँ यहाँ पर, उनका कैसे नेचुरल इंक्लिनेशन बनता है। बेसिकली 3 कैटेगरी के यूजर्स को हम देखते हैं: एस्पिरेशनल, रिक्रिएशनल एंड द शार्क्स, द रेग्स। These 3 categories. So एस्पिरेशनल यूजर कौन है? जो 1 से 100 रुपए के अंदर तक खेलने के लिए रेडी है अपने दिन में। So someone who's got access of the smartphone and internet because of their job. Let's say someone who's a Zomato rider or a Swiggy rider or a Uber driver, hard-working fellows, 8 to 12 hours, they're working. So they spend 100 to 200 rupees in the aspirational way to win big and, have fun while they're at work, once in a while when they take their breaks. So that's the kind of money that they'll deposit and play in a day max. Then there is the recreational category. These guys are insensitive to deposit. Someone who's got a salary of, let's say 50K, 50,000 की सैलरी वाला इंसान भी 5,000 रुपए डिपॉजिट कर सकता है, 5 लाख की सैलरी वाला बंदा भी 500 रुपए सिर्फ डिपॉजिट कर सकता है. वो अपना अपना उसका रीजन है नॉन टेंजिबल खेलने का, कि उसके दोस्त यार खेल रहे हैं, उसके पड़ोसी खेल रहे हैं, उसके ऑफिस में लोग खेल रहे हैं, उनको भी बात करना है उसके बारे में, या वो शायद आज मैच देखने जा रहे हैं तो मैच का वैल्यू बेटर हो जाएगा विराट कोहली को कैप्टन बना के या रोहित शर्मा को कैप्टन बना के. एंड व्हेन they'll also feel good that they made the right choice. They knew that this is going to happen. They get more value out of it. Sometimes it's social FOMO. Everyone's playing in the IPL, I should also play. They are seasonal guys. They come to support India. They come to support their city, or they are doing a private thing. Like, let's say you have something to have a rub off above your friend कि यार मैं तुझसे बेटर खेलता हूँ. ये देख, मेरा तेरे से बेटर स्कोर आया आज, मेरे टीम का आया, मैंने आज तेरे से बेटर स्कोर किया, आउटपुट निकाला अपना ट्रेडिंग में, स्टॉक्स में, पोकर में, whatever they play, Ludo में, whatever. Some people have their lunchtime thing going on like a recreational activity. And then the regs, people who live on this, people who are experts. There's an ecosystem of guys who are getting better every day, who are educating themselves, learning, collating things like rain charts, things like historical performance, matchups. They're consolidating all that data. They're working on Excel sheets to really crack this. हाँ, आप YouTube पे आप जाके सर्च करिए, किसी भी मैच से पहले आपको नाना करते हुए 50 एक्सपर्ट्स मिलेंगे. टेलीग्राम यूनिवर्स के अंदर आपको 50 एक्सपर्ट्स मिलेंगे जो नॉन स्टॉप अपडेट्स डाल रहे हैं. पीपल सब्सक्राइब टू देम, पीपल फॉलो देम, एंड समवन who would have like a fantastic setup and great people, famous people coming on their platform might not have that kind of number of followers or active viewers versus these guys who are actual winners, because they are the actual experts, and data proves that. I mean, a lot of these influencers are big winners on our platform.
कितना बनता है? Give us an idea. On an average कितना जीतता है? और जो बड़े वाले हैं influencers, वो कितना जीतते हैं in general? What are the numbers like?
I mean, this is again game wise. अगर मैं बात करूं तो कई लोग हैं जिन्होंने सिर्फ 1,500 रुपए डिपॉजिट करे हैं हमारे प्लेटफॉर्म पे और 20 से 30 लाख रुपए विड्रॉ कर चुके हैं in a given financial year. And there are some people who've deposited, let's say, about 5 lakh rupees, and they've withdrawn about, another 10, 15, 20 lakhs over it. So they've been grinding it out apna realistically, tightly. But there's some special people, who are always winning. They're really good. Like, they're winning 70, 80% of the times. They're that good. And that is why, they know that they will make a lot of followers once, they share their skill sets. So they also open up other avenues of revenue, because, when they have 300K views on YouTube every day, it is great for them as well. So
Specifically sports gaming influencers हैं.
बिल्कुल है. We have about 80 people, 80 influencers who work with us, who partner with us every IPL, and non-IPL times पे लगा लो 30-40 minimum.
पर ये कैसे काम करता है? मतलब I want to understand. So मेरे को थोड़ा सा डीप में समझना था स्पोर्ट्स बाजी as a fantasy sports platform.
It's not just fantasy sports, actually. We've evolved way further over fantasy. We started as a fantasy platform, and now we've evolved into other sports games. We have player stocks, we have prediction leagues, which is our best innovation we feel right now. And we are also getting the Play Store app, free to play app live end of this month, जिसमें prediction leagues आप free में खेल सकते हैं. जैसे टीम बनाना होता है, prediction league के अंदर आपको एक set बनाना होता है. Set के अंदर आपको multiple सवालों के जवाब देने होते हैं. You have to allocate your coins. जैसे टीम बनाने के लिए credits की allocation होती है, इसके अंदर आपके coins की allocation है. And then as per your set, you are ranked. So this is a very interesting one, and it is raging for us right now. Prediction leagues, do check it out.
ये तो देखना पड़ेगा मेरे को. मैं बेसिकली ये समझने की कोशिश कर रहा था कि फ्रॉम अ मार्केटिंग पर्सपेक्टिव, एक तो मुझे ये बताओ सर, ये इकोसिस्टम, अभी इकोसिस्टम अंदर मेरे ख्याल से देयर आर लॉट ऑफ प्लेयर्स, देयर स्मॉलर प्लेयर्स, देयर ग्राउंड प्लेयर्स. हाउ बिग इज द मार्केट इन टर्म्स ऑफ मनी एंड इन जनरल द काइंड ऑफ पीपल दैट यू अट्रैक्ट? मतलब जो लोग आ रहे हैं इसको खेलने के लिए, उन लोगों के अराउंड आपने कोई कॉमन पैटर्न देखा है फ्रॉम अ साइकोग्राफिक पर्सपेक्टिव? व्हाट इज द डोपामाइन? मतलब एक तो मतलब क्यों आ रहे हैं, और दूसरा डोपामाइन हिट कहाँ पे बनता है?
देखिए, स्पेक्टेटरशिप सबसे बड़ा रीजन है। आज इतने OTT प्लेटफॉर्म्स हैं, इतना मैचेस हो रहे हैं around the globe. Number of fixtures is another factor to it. And then the entire value experience out of spectatorship, is something else. Whether you paid a team or a prediction set or a prediction or purchased, let's say, a player in the stocks for a tournament or a match, the value of your spectatorship exponentially increases. So even if you've invested 10 rupees or 100 rupees, right? Like you were mentioning dopamine factor of it, the spectatorship value आपका एकदम change हो जाएगा ना, चाहे आपने एक प्लेयर को कैप्टन बनाया हो या आपने उसका स्टॉक लिया हो या टीम में लिया हो या उसके अपने सेट में आपने उसको चूज किया हो। तो विद ऑल दैट एस्पेक्ट वैल्यू सिस्टम चेंजेस एंड ओवरऑल द पैटर्न, एज आई सेड, जो ये 3 सेक्टर्स हैं, हाइपर कैजुअल, स्पोर्ट्स एंड अदर स्किल गेम्स which are like poker and rummy, in तीनों का different gambit है altogether, right? Sports is really wide and poker is narrow, like it is it has its own nuances. You need a lot of time and it's very urban, right? Whereas sports is not only urban, it is absolutely omnipresent.
Anybody who's a sports lover would ideally be playing this. मतलब नॉन स्पोर्ट्स वाला बंदा तो खेलेगा नहीं फिर, तो मुझे समझ में आ रहा है। People who are
बिल्कुल,
into that sports
बिल्कुल।
will be the one.
Spectatorship is the beginning of it.
तो जो देख रहा है वो आपका टीम।
बिल्कुल।
मार्केटिंग गाय आप पूरा रन करते हो। मैं बेसिकली ये समझना चाहता हूँ कि जब आप एक तो अगेन देयर आर अदर पार्टनर्स, अदर प्लेयर्स इन द मार्केट, एक तो प्रोडक्ट लेवल पे इनोवेशन कर, दूसरा आप गो टू मार्केट लेवल पे भी इनोवेशंस कर रहे हो। एंड नाउ आई थिंक फ्रॉम अ मार्केटिंग पर्सपेक्टिव 2-3 चीजें, एक तो रेगुलेटरी वाला एंगल है कि क्या पॉसिबल है क्या नहीं है। Was this the platform is not available on the App Store? People have to go to a different website and download it, the app, right? Is what I understand.
No. So we've been what do you call live on the Apple Store, on the Google Play Store. They have recently made those new guidelines where they have allowed the RMG apps to list. And we, as Fantasy platform, always existed because Fantasy was open like more than a year ago. It was open for the Play Store. But now we are coming with a free-to-play app so that we can just focus on our new innovation, prediction leagues, and offer that to the Google Play Store universe.
तो मुझे ना नजर समझाओ थोड़े से कि एक बार अगर आदमी आ जाता है तो आपका जर्नी कैसा होता है। आप शुरुआत में इनको कुछ टोकन, जो यूजुअल होता है कि 500 डिपॉजिट करो, आपको you'll get 2x the number of coins. Well, that is the initial journey. That's the initiation. यहाँ पे आप push करते हो, nudge कर रहे हो कि चल बड़ा और लगा के दे। I mean, I'm trying to understand, as you were running the whole bit from a user experience perspective, आप कैसे करके ensure करते हो कि बंदा वहाँ पे रहे and he does not feel कि यार मैंने तो हार गया तो मैं बंद करके चला जाता।
See, मैं दोनों एंगल्स देता हूँ, जर्नी पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से भी और GTM पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से भी, ग्रोथ पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से। आपको एक माई कनेक्टेड अप्रोच टू बोथ द एलिमेंट्स, content led growth and product led growth, right? Wherein product comes first, right? Of course, product led growth followed by content led growth is the only way to crack it. Everyone and anyone has funds to burn, be it in form of these offers of whatever 20x, 2x, 50x, whatever, and even to drive users to your platform through advertisement and other collaterals. End of the day, it is about the product experience first and then the content experience second, right? These are the two things that will ensure that the user stays. Acquiring users does not build a business. Retention is what builds a business and end of the day. So a lot of companies have acquired in the past, Nokia, BlackBerry, right? But they could not retain their business because of the product shortcoming. I mean, even if they had the best ad campaigns and the best content, if the product is not evolving or if it's not innovating as per the time, it is not going to work. They will become dinosaurs, right? So retention builds businesses. So for that, we have to ensure that the innovations are consistent and are driving a valuable experience wherein the user wants to come back and enjoy that experience and get value, not just in terms of the money, but in terms of the entire experience of starting from the hygiene, then to the top effect of winning, end to end.
लेकिन अगर कोई बंदा जीत नहीं रहा,
हाँ,
फिर आप कैसे करते हो इसको?
So for them, there is educational content. Like, so product में अगर उसको एक्सपीरियंस अच्छा मिला, उसने डिपॉजिट अच्छे से मिला उसको, उसने अच्छे से गेम खेला, उसका क्विक गेम एक्सपीरियंस रहा, अच्छे से अपना सेट बना पाया अपना प्रेडिक्शन लीग्स में. So for them, educational content becomes key, because we know that educational content leads to higher success rate, right? It has happened in the past, it is happening in the present, and it will always happen in the future, that people who spend time in improving their game will end up winning more than the others.
नहीं तो आपने कंटेंट लेड ग्रोथ के बारे में भी बात, तो इज द कंटेंट जस्ट द कंटेंट व्हिच इज देयर इन द प्लेटफॉर्म इन द फॉर्म ऑफ वॉकथ्रूज एंड ट्यूटोरियल्स, और इज द कंटेंट आल्सो अबाउट व्हाट इज गोइंग आउट बोथ अर्नड PR बोल लो आप इसको, एंड द वंस व्हिच यू पीपल आर पोस्टिंग फ्रॉम योर एंड, कैसे करके कंटेंट कहाँ पे इंटीग्रेट हो रहा है आपकी जर्नी में?
So there is definitely in-app content. Our CEO Saurabh Chopra, he is already working on a very special educational content series, and he will be the one who will be presenting those videos himself. And it's coming out really nicely. It should be live very soon in the in-app. There are some things which are live in-app currently as well. Very excited about this one. So that is one thing. And then there are these experts, influencers, who also, are the torch bearers. We share our influencers strategies as well. And of course, they are sharing real time on Telegram channels, on their YouTube channels, of how one must look at each game, how must one strategize in every tournament, right? So they share game specific content in terms of the fixture, and we help them to shape up long shelf life content, which is overall about our game, like prediction leagues, prediction sets, stocks, and all other games that we offer on our platform.
Influencer marketing then becomes a very important part in your
Absolutely. It's a very big heavyweight in our budgets.
बहुत सारी जगहों पे हमने बड़े बड़े क्रिकेटर्स को भी खेलते हुए देखा है, ठीक है? तो मैं समझना चाहता हूँ कि किस लेवल के लोगों की हम बात कर रहे हैं इन जनरल, नीड नॉट बी जस्ट पुशबाजी, बट आई एम डेफिनेटली हैप्पी टू हियर अबाउट योर दिस कि इन्फ्लुएंसर्स, किस लेवल के इन्फ्लुएंसर्स भी इस चीज में आते हैं, फॉर अ लेमैन हु हैज नो आइडिया। आई जस्ट वांट टू अंडरस्टैंड कि यहाँ पे क्या धोनी भी आकर के प्रेडिक्शन कर रहा है, क्या वो भी होता है?
That is happening more so in the international space. Right now, it hasn't worked like that to that level in India yet. Like Australians, for example, like you can see a lot of Australian former cricketers who are really good fantasy players. They are doing podcasts, they are doing again videos like our influencers. They are very excited about this. You can see them battling against each other as well. One cricketer versus the other, because someone like, let's say, a Gilchrist or a Ricky Ponting, who are great coaches as well today.
इनके लिए it's a good mind this thing for them also.
Moneyball देखा है आपने मूवी Moneyball? Brad
हाँ,
Pitt.
अरे बिल्कुल।
So they have that element going automated है उनके अंदर वो. It's like, when you're driving a car, sometimes you don't get to know कि आप पहुंच गए, and it's because you're on an autopilot mode. So for them, it's the same thing, because they lived that life, for so many years. 3-4 World Cup जीते हुए हैं. They are really into it, big time into it. And in the American space, you see it big time as well for NBA, American football, baseball, क्योंकि वो 3 स्पोर्ट्स वहीं पे हैं, तो उसका इकोसिस्टम अलग स्टेट्स में आपको बहुत ही एविडेंटली दिखेगा. उनकी मैगजीन्स आती हैं, ई बुक्स आती हैं, क्लब्स बने हुए हैं, और बहुत कुछ है वहां पर. तो दिस इन्फ्लुएंसर इकोसिस्टम इज ह्यूज. आई मीन, some of those influencers would probably be making as much money as a fantasy platform.
इंटरेस्टिंग। तो इंडिया में किस लेवल पे अभी तक अडॉप्शन हुआ है आपको लगता है?
It is taking big leaps every year since the inception. I have seen, influencers starting from 500 rupees a video, and now some of them are even charging, 3 lakhs to 5 lakhs per video for promoting platforms and what you call.
YouTube और Instagram को किस नजरिए से देखते हो? Is Instagram a bigger importance for you than YouTube, या फिर दोनों सेम पे ही जाते हैं?
See, trigger spot is there from Instagram, but conviction is all YouTube.
On YouTube, the opinions तो YouTube ही ड्राइव करता है।
I mean, जो हाई इंटेंट यूजर है वो आपको YouTube से मिलेगा, लो इंटेंट आपको दूसरे प्लेटफॉर्म्स. बेसिकली गूगल इज अ हाई इंटेंट एरिया एंड Meta is a low intent, higher volume area.
मेरे को थोड़ा सा यार ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के बारे में आप बताइए कि स्पोर्ट्स बाजी एज अ कंपनी, यू मैनेज द मार्केटिंग टीम, आपके अंडर में और टीम्स भी हैं, कैसे, हाउ डज दिस थिंग ऑपरेट?
Right, I take care of branding, performance, and product marketing retention mainly. That is.
और क्या कैसी आपकी टीम कैसे दिखती है? हाउ बिग इज द टीम? व्हाट आर द डिफरेंट different kinds of people who work with you. That's आपके लिए कौन से हैं?
So there are about 25, 28 people in the growth team overall. Overall, our strength is about 105, 110. That would be the ballpark number. And the departments are analytics, engineering. There is within analytics also there are subsets, of course. Then there is product, of course, support, player relations. Then there's a VIP team. There's retention team. There's creative design team and branding team. Yeah, performance team.
आपकी मीटिंग सबसे ज्यादा किस टीम के साथ होती है?
मेरी तो performance mainly and performance and branding mainly. I have ceremoniously planned to interact with the product and engineering because that's the spine of the business, product and engineering, right? And data of course is being fed to us in an automated fashion, so number of interactions are not as much, but those are very qualitative in nature, right? But with product and engineering, even if there is not a qualitative need, we still ceremoniously catch up to understand, so that, we are in harmony overall as a business, because there are various platforms and various new features coming in. Like, in December also, we are launching a new feature. Before IPL, every year, something new comes up. That's the season time, you can say, in our business.
ये
I mean, दूसरे RNG businesses में seasonality बिल्कुल नहीं होती. Sports में there is an element of seasonality.
आपके लिए तो हर सीरीज या हर टूर्नामेंट इज बेसिकली अ ट्रिगर कैंपेन्स उसी के अराउंड डिजाइन होते हैं पूरे के पूरे
बिल्कुल, आई मीन लोगों का अलग अलग नजरिया है. आईपीएल के टाइम पर सीजनल लोग आते हैं, बट जो नॉन आईपीएल के टाइम पर यूजर्स आते हैं, वो अगेन हाई इंटेंट यूजर, रेग्स, हाई वैल्यू यूजर की तरह वी फोकस ऑन देम बिकॉज दे हैव शोड इंटेंट एट अ नॉन recreational time. So just that scale and perspective changes, but of course scale is around the season because number of uniques proliferate at that time and high ARPU on the other times.
तो बेसिकली फिर एक बंदा अगर आईपीएल पे आ रहा है तो आपको पता है, चलो ये क्रिकेट पे है, उसकी आप कितना टाइम स्पेंड किया, कितना इंटरेक्शन किया, उसके बेसिस पे आप उनका कितना इम्पैक्ट है, वेदर इज अ हाई यूसेज कस्टमर नॉट, वो आपने ये कर लिया, उसने इम्पैक्ट कर दिया, एंड देन यू रीटारगेट दोस पीपल फर्स्ट व्हेनेवर द नेक्स्ट सीरीज इज कमिंग. तो बेसिकली जब तक मैच के बीच वाला जो अंतराल है उसमें आप क्या करते हो, उसमें फिर कंटेंट इज वेयर यू पीपल.
No, we have live games as well. We have, so that's what I was saying. Our prediction games go on live as well. You can trade, you can buy and sell and exit, and even there is, apart from the sets that you can make, you can also have individual predictions going on as well.
So basically, once a person comes in, there are other games which keep him engaged, and he basically starts playing those.
Correct. In the pre-match, we have stocks and prediction leagues, and in the live game segments, we have predictor itself.
इस इकोसिस्टम में या इस मार्केट में एंटर करने के लिए बैरियर टू एंट्री क्या है? नया बंदा चालू कर रहा है, इज देयर अ मोट दैट अ कंपनी लाइक स्पोर्ट्सबाजी हैज, या फिर एनीबॉडी कैन जॉइन इन एंड बिकम बिग, या फिर इकोनॉमीज ऑफ स्केल बाद में काम आता?
I mean, end of the day, it is either you do what is there in the market, the same thing in a very different way, or with a very richer experience or a quicker experience, or you come up with something new. Those are the only two things, right? End of the day. So that's the only way that the product will be able to, have audience which sustains onto their platform. These will be the two.
तो अभी स्पोर्ट्सबाजी का क्या है? What is the USP? How do you people position yourself differently from the other people in the ecosystem? And in general, अभी क्या plans है sir? What are you people planning now?
We are all about sports trading and prediction leagues and talking about live spectatorship. That's our vision and that's our plan, that we enrich the spectatorship experience and overall build games around it. Not just games, we are also working on content around it and offering even free to play games, right? So that the experience of any spectator evolves.
Does it make sense for you guys to sponsor content pieces which are around sports in general? मतलब स्पोर्ट्सबाजी presents वो होता है ना content, original content which is created by.
बिल्कुल. That is in chemistry.
बस as founders we understand the kind of days and time. समय कैसे निकलता है समझ में नहीं आता. There is so much to do. So I just want to understand कि from a productivity aspect, how does Puneet Dua's day look like? And कोई specific tools use करते हो आप? जैसे बहुत लोग Google Calendar को एकदम religiously follow करते हैं, कुछ लोग some say कि यार WhatsApp is something which I use, email के लिए भी बहुत लोग superhuman use करते हैं. Are there any of these aids or enabling apps or tools which you people use which has made your life? कुछ?
Well, definitely calendar is a standard, goes without saying, and we use Teams internally, to interact with each other. WhatsApp is more for coordination, more so, but not for formally leaving a message. With the tech and engineering teams, product teams, they follow Jira for tracking of data in terms of growth. We have reports on Tableau every day that are automated for me to see how was yesterday or how rollover month is going, and overall for journeys and all that, we follow many other tools as well, paid tools. But like for my progress and WIP, simple Excel trackers, I think that is the best, because it does not tell you how to track. You tell Excel how you want to track it. The tools are trying to impose the way that how you should track your progress. So in Excel, I think it's the best way. So I have that with the individual teams as well. There are sheets which are daily in nature, weekly and monthly in nature as well, right? Quarterly as well. So otherwise, I'm also the most comfortable, honestly, with Excel the most, because we've been using that.
मैं इतने सारे tools try कर लिया. I have jumped from ClickUp to Notion to all of these tools. Last में जाकर के हम Excel पे ही रुक. This is the best.
Yeah.
मैं तो इनफैक्ट एक लेवल और आगे गया. मैं नोटपैड पे आ गया.
Correct. Yeah, I mean, for personal WIP, yes. But like, जहाँ पे collaboration, interaction,
collaboration
sharing, वहाँ चाहिए ही चाहिए, because हर बार फोन नहीं कर सकते हैं आप. So like,
हमने SOPs के लिए भी बहुत सारे टूल्स ट्राई किए. लास्ट में हम गूगल डॉक पे चले गए. वह आप हेडलाइन लगा दो, साइड में आ जाता है आपको पूरा टेबल ऑफ कंटेंट्स. यू कैन जंप थ्रू. इट्स ब्यूटीफुल. आई मीन वो कहते हैं ना, द सिंपलेस्ट सॉल्यूशन इज द बेस्ट सॉल्यूशन. सो यू रियली कैन बीट दैट. आप लोग वर्क फ्रॉम होम करते हो, वर्क फ्रॉम ऑफिस करते हो एवरी डे?
office.
ऑफिस, यू आर मैरिड?
No.
Kids? You're not
No.
married. हाँ, इसीलिए. Actually, one of the questions that I always ask founders is ki, how does your day start and when does your day end? Is there a fixed day schedule which you people follow?
Yeah, I mean, for me, it is yoga in the morning. After that, coffee on the way. Then, just checking out to my emails, reports in the morning. On the way again with the coffee. After that, I've scheduled a stand-up with the growth team. That's like a quick sync up. And thereon, we just go about our day. And then, of course, there are things which are weekly and monthly in nature, like budgets and reporting and analysis, which happen in periods. That is as and when scheduled. But in the evening, again, we sum up our day in every aspect. Then, not just in terms of growth, then I look at everything, how the day was, revenue wise as well, not just growth POV. And otherwise, even something like which I'm not frequent on, something that I will go on to once in a while, that how player relations is, how social media is, how ORM is going, all those things happen.
MIS बना हुआ या फिर आप लोग वैसे ad hoc तरीके से देखते हो एक-एक?
No, there is definitely. We've made internal tools. So, I mean, I can't name those because we've named fancy names for it. So, yeah.
The standard proprietary never works.
Correct.
Are you, apart from yoga, do you also play games, sports, anything?
So gym ज़्यादा था पहले, but felt a little stiff and not so good about it. Cardio was my main thing, and I sometimes used to do circuit training as well. But then recently, when I pursued yoga, then that time really helped me, and I think it just gives me slightly more edge in terms of mind-wise compared to that. I mean, I love sweating at the gym, nothing like that. I don't sweat as much, but then like it just feels better overall. It's more soul-feeding, I feel, compared to cardio. और हाँ, बाकी otherwise कभी-कभी cricket matches होते हैं हमारे tournament से participate करते हैं, but I'm not so good like others in my team, so I don't get that opportunity to bat first or bowl first in the office team.
As somebody who is managing multiple teams, context switching कितना बड़ा problem है?
मतलब मेरे को बहुत मजा आता है बहुत कुछ करके एक साथ. I love to do a lot of things at the same time, right? I love the action, right? Workspace is amazing. Everyone's, gunning for something or the other. I love to, in fact, जब growth team का action थोड़ा कम मिल रहा तो I jump here and there to get some action here and there to understand, what is happening there, and if I can learn something or what if I'll add something, either or.
आपका कैलेंडर कितना फ्री रहता है इनका, या फिर हमेशा सब कुछ बुक रहता है?
I would say 50% open, 50% closed on an average, and it shifts between 60-40 here and there.
Is that a conscious call कि मेरा पूरा दिन
Yes.
मत करो यार बस?
Correct. Friday, we've ceremoniously kept as no scheduled meeting day in office. So on Fridays, we can catch up with anyone and everyone and have one-to-ones with anyone and everyone. We've made a special pod for one-to-ones there for Friday as well. You don't have to schedule anything. It's open. So I have that some things going on like that as well now and then.
Got it. Got it. And sir, thanks a lot for this. I think you people are doing a fabulous job. All the best.
Thank you
Yes,
so much.
Yanni. Hopefully आपको ये वीडियो पसंद आया होगा. हम ऐसे वीडियोस और भी आपके लिए लाते रहेंगे. प्लीज हमारे चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कीजिए और इस वीडियो को उस बंदे के साथ शेयर कीजिए जो सबसे ज्यादा फैंटेसी गेमिंग खेलता है. शायद उनके लिए भी यहाँ पे कुछ tips